Hi everybody, welcome to episode 24 of Satellite 664. I'm one of your two co-hosts, Kaz Tagian, and as always I'm joined by Steve Loopy Newhouse.
Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are.
Evening, very, very late evening. Um, so, how you been, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too
All
bad.
good? All good? Anything new and interesting to announce to the
Uh,
world?
let's talk quickly about the tour changes.
I think this is the third time, or second or third time on this show we're talking about tour changes.
People are going to start getting bored. But if you're not and you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you don't like the content, hit the dislike button twice.
What do you,
I'll
Oh,
leave it there.
because the second time neutralizes the first dislike button. So,
See what I did there?
fantastic. I love it. I love it. No, it's Oh, and we always forget to say this. We always forget to say this. So we're going to do it at the start of the show for once. We are on all the episodes. Every one of them is on Spotify and iTunes. So
Yeah.
so you don't have to sit through, even though there is value in sitting through the YouTube recording, because uh, there's a lot of visual stuff. You know, we describe stuff, we show stuff.
Yeah. We
So there's a
throw pictures, we throw in t-shirts, we go all
yeah
round
yeah. So there's a visual element to it, and
pictures of t-shirts.
pictures of teachers, and so there's a strong visual element to it, and you sort of miss out on that when you listen to on the iTunes and Spotify versions. But
Uh, they are available via the website, by the way.
yeah, but
You can go to
people,
the website and download from iTunes, Spotify. I think there's another, but I can't remember the
no,
name of
they're
it.
all on the apps. They're all on the Spotify and
Yeah,
iTunes
yeah,
apps, and because
it's all the website.
some people don't like watching the YouTube. Some people like, going about their business, whether it's work or exercise or just going for a walk or cooking, cleaning, whatever, and listening to podcasts. So,
Sitting on the underground.
what?
Sitting on the underground.
What do you mean?
People sit on the underground with their headphones in, don't they?
Oh, those undergrounds. Yeah, true, true. So the
By the
tool.
website, before we disappear, the website is satellite664.com.
.au. So
Just so that people know.
So just Loopy, this tour, this never-ending Legacy of the Beast tour, which is now going to be in its fifth year, by no fault of the band. Okay, clearly, by no fault of the band. Um, I'm just wondering, do you think that they were contractual, or they are contractually bound to play those cities and those dates, or do you think they're contractually bound to play the Legacy of the Beast tour and those dates? Because I
Uh,
mean,
that,
you're dragging.
that's that's a difficult one. Quite simply, yes, they are contractually bound to play these shows. If they pull out, it's down to them. They forfeit.
That's
If the
obvious.
promote, yeah, if the promoter pulls out, then the band don't pay anything.
That's
But
obvious,
as for
though.
whether, but as for whether they have to play the legacy show, I don't see that. I don't understand that. But
Look, my opinion on this is, and this is only my opinion. It's neither right nor wrong. It's just what I think. I think there are certain markets who haven't seen the tour. Obviously, Australia comes to mind, New Zealand, Japan. I think Dubai, United Arab Emirates. By all means,
Israel,
Israel, of course, Israel. How could I forget? By all means, go and visit those countries when it's possible, when it's safe. By all means, visit those countries. Let those markets see the tour.
well, in
Um,
5 years, you're telling me in 5 years that they can't get this to Australia, Japan, New Zealand, etc.
no, well, they
When
were.
the shows they're doing in Europe, which is where the tour started,
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. But it doesn't make any sense.
No, no, and look, it's as good as time as any. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the pandemic's almost over here. As I said that in the last episode, I went to the football match today. We had 80,000 people in the stadium. No masks, no social distancing. So,
Well,
so
it is a point of interest where we are slowly getting better and better. But as it stands at the moment, um, pubs are open, but you can only be served outside. So, like if he's got a beer garden, you can sit in the beer garden and
yeah,
you can have a beer.
yeah. But
I
anyway,
got I got a message from Dennis Stratton saying that he and Dave Edwards are playing next Sunday, 2nd of May, first Sunday of every month, at the Crown in Hornchurch. Now, the gatherings over here, you're only allowed 30 people at a funeral. And I'd like to know how they're going to do this at the Crown. They're going to be playing outside. It's a very, very small car park, and if it rains, they're in trouble.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. But look, I think they really should prioritize the markets that haven't seen the legacy show to be equitable and fair to the fan bases that haven't seen it. In particular, remember Japan is one of their biggest markets, always has been, and yet that country hasn't seen the tour. And move on. Just
if you can get 78,000 at a football match in Australia, then why can't they go over there and do a tour where you're getting 10, 15 in stadiums, like big arenas?
78,000 is a massive number,
It's a
massive number,
huge.
huge number. And move on from this tour. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It might upset a few people here, but I don't want my band becoming a cabaret act and just
Mm.
peddling the same nostalgia act over and over and over and over. We haven't had new music in six years. And look, Maiden don't owe us anything. And let me be clear on that. I don't feel like I'm owed anything. On the contrary, but they are still very much at their peak with respect to creativity. And the lifeblood of any band is creativity, just to create and push your art to the boundaries. We haven't had any of that. Steve and Adrian have shown that they're very active in their songwriting and they're producing new music. Need to see that from the whole unit, from the whole band, and putting a nostalgia tour into its fifth year is just
Yeah. Well,
something
they're
I'm
not getting any older,
something
younger.
I'm not
So
enthused about. And anyway, that's my two bob, as they say. Some people will agree.
you're two penneth worth. Two
Some
penneth.
people will agree. Some people will agree. Some people will say, "Shut the fuck up and move on." And I will move on. So, okay. Well, today's show we're actually talking to Stjepan Juras from Croatia. Now, this is really interesting because it leads into the topic of one of the very famous Iron Maiden landmarks in London, and that's Eddie's Lamppost. And as some, if not most people would know, sadly that lamppost was removed by the council recently, and uh,
Uproar. It's been uproar.
uproar. There's people seething and sort of very very
Yeah.
upset over this. But no, Stepan has actually taken measures to try and at least contact the council and set up a memorial, or I know memorial is probably not the right word, a plaque to
Yeah.
commemorate the post and the first album. So yeah, it was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
There's an interesting
We
conversation.
we invited him on to to explain what exactly he's doing.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
we'll play that, and just a reminder, we've got the viewers' questions episode next time after this one, and that's going to be a cracker because we've got all the boys coming back, Rasmus and Matt and all those guys, and you guys ask us the questions, we answer them as a round table.
we're going to go with a four screen split for the first time.
And
Gonna be a laugh.
yeah, 3 countries, 4 screens, so that'd be good. But onto the lamppost, onto Eddie's lamppost and Eddie's wall. Enjoy this chat with Stjepan Juras. Everybody, please welcome to the show Mr. Stjepan Juras from the beautiful city of Zagreb in Croatia. Welcome to Satellite 664, mate.
Uh, Hello, and thank you to join me in
Welcome,
this
Stjepan. Thanks
conversation,
for
to call me in this conversation. Satellite 64 is became very popular among Iron Maiden fans. When everyone talking about.
Yeah, well, thanks for your kind words. I mean, we just bunch of Maiden fans that just like talking about the band and geeking
Yeah.
out about all the fun stuff that this band is all about. So, we're just gonna, as I said to you before, we're just gonna pretend it's pre-gig at the London O2, and we're just having a chat. So that's
And
that's
yeah,
that's
and
the fault.
when I see imaginary of my favorite Maiden album behind you, it's perfect.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, that's the whole philosophy of the show. So, Stipe, look, can you start by just introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about yourself? And I mean, you're really well known for being an author, being an Iron Maiden author. So, just tell us about when you discovered the band, and just your journey into writing.
Yeah. So before I start, I just want to tell you, I'm born Croatian, and my English is how you heard. So it's not perfect, and when people read my book, it is edited by my translator. I write in Croatian language, and everything is translated. So if someone expect I speak perfect English or something like that, it's not. Just people know. I'm born in Croatia. On same day, maybe same year, maybe as Iron Maiden. So so everything start in same period. So in these days, early 80s, it was Yugoslavia, and it was it wasn't behind the Iron Curtain like some other countries, but it was on the border, and everything is everything was much harder and different. We have a different view on the world, but somehow rock and roll came into our life, and I just started to listen to Iron Maiden.
The Lamppost, what we call
Yeah,
Eddie's Lamppost in London. Um,
yeah,
Now you have been instrumental. You've become involved. You've been quite instrumental in uh, some of the events that have been going on around that. And just to give a history of this, we all have seen the artwork for the first Iron Maiden album
yeah.
with Eddie, standing in front of a wall with
On
a
your T-shirt.
yeah. Well, yes, exactly. Well, there you go. Yes, the wall. There's a yellow sort of light
Yeah.
from the lamp, and that lamppost was based on an actual lamppost and a
Yeah.
real brick wall, which is located in a place called, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Loopy. Is it Endymion Road? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Endymion.
Endymion
Enemy.
Road. Okay, so
Endymion Road.
Endymion Road in Finsbury
Yeah.
Park, North London, and
Yeah.
it happens to be on a railway bridge. And we'll just put some pictures on up so people can sort of get their heads around what we're talking about. But there's also some houses in the background where on the Killers album, Derek Riggs used those houses as, I guess, the model for the houses or those apartments on the
Yeah.
Killers cover. So now, stop. Was it last year or was it, I think, 2020 when the lamp
Yeah.
went missing, didn't it?
Yeah. So,
So tell us exactly what happened to the lamp, and tell us how you have become involved with this whole situation, because
yeah.
this has become really fascinating. So
Yeah. Before
go for it.
Derek writes, didn't say that this Iron Maiden is behind that particular wall. Nobody knew about it.
Nobody knew about it.
Nobody asked about it.
Nobody knew about it.
Yeah, and in the 80s, you didn't write in Metal Hammer or Kerrang or something about it. In the 90s, also, in after 2010 and 14, people for the first time heard about that wall, about that lamppost, and everything. So, what they're talking to us? They're talking to us that universe of Iron Maiden is huge, and people will find something about Iron Maiden years and years and years after Iron Maiden retired.
Yeah.
So if we found about lamppost and wall just a few years ago, uh, how much other things in the future we will discover.
I agree.
Iron Maiden is a huge, huge, huge
It's a universe in itself. It's a world.
universe. Yeah, universe.
It's a
Universe in
world within
universe.
a
Yeah,
world. It's a world within a world, and it's very rich. There's a lot of
yeah,
history, and I agree
yeah.
with you. I think so much
And
is going.
yeah, and this is just one little segment. So why this segment is maybe important? Because Eddie is born here in this place. This is the first picture of Eddie, like we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because Eddie is something to Iron Maiden fan, but Eddie is more now in the world, in the rock and roll, in the world of music. Eddie is something. Eddie is an icon. Eddie is you can even tell some other icon in music because there's not such a big icon is music like Eddie. You can talk about Freddy Krueger or something like that, but Eddie is Eddie, some specific creature, and I talked if Eddie is born in this place, why not? Why not to make something special at this place? Because if we know this particular place, why is so hard to make some bronze table or something with Eddie drawing and something write something about that here in this place. Born in the Iron Maiden Creature heyday, first album, blah 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 blah. Why this is so hard to put? What is needed, and what is needed for that? And um, because Lamppost is gone around 2020. Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
last year. It
2020.
was last year.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I thought, okay, Lamp is gone, and we can do two things. First, uh, I I will find I'll find which part of London Lupin know better, because I'm from Croatia. I don't know how it's separated London or something. Which part is uh, which councillors are taking care about that? And I find it's Haringway. You know, Haringway,
It's
something
Harry.
like that.
Yeah, it's Harry Gay.
Yeah, Haringway. Yeah,
My sister was.
and I found around 70 or 80 emails of each consular. I found every email address, and I sent an email to all email address. I sent you, Lupe, a link where everything is described and was the answer to me. Um, everyone said it's great idea. Everyone. I maybe expected someone to say, Iron Maiden, heavy metal, but no, people from culture, from environment, from sorry, COVID, from all parts of Harding Council. Oh, sorry. Someone.
So stop just before we go on. So
Yeah.
you basically contacted the council.
Councillors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
each one in emails. So maybe 70 people.
Okay. And what did you say to them? What was your opening sort of remark? How did you approach it?
Just a moment. Can I read?
Please.
Yeah. So, dear friends, in this email address, if this email address does not match my query, please forward the correct address. Thank you in advance. My name is Stefan, and I'm a writer and journalist. I'm a long-time fan of British Iron Maiden legends, about whom I have written several books. I address you as representative initiative supported by several thousand fans, which released a specific part under your jurisdiction that could work together to become another London landmark and generation of increased tourist visits. To understand what this is about, please read the letter to fans published by a few years ago by Derek Reichs, the legendary illustrator in of the famous cover of Iron Maiden first album. And now this is Derek letter. Hi, it's Derek. Here's the thing. Earlier, I was talking to a friend about when I used to live in Finsbury Park, London, in the mid 70s, and how random it was back then. Well, I went to look on the Google Earth to see if I was still there and how much had changed. And then I realized then that I could get a street view. So this is a picture of the railway bridge on the wall. and the houses in the background that is part the background for the first Iron Maiden album cover. Of course, it was night. There was a big moon in the sky, and the trees weren't were then. For those who wish to know, this is Endymion Road, N4 in London, UK. It's north western exit from Finsbury Park, N4. The house I rented the room, it was just around the corner in Oakfield Road, down the and on the right. The one remaining old curvy lamppost is the one that I used in the first Maiden cover. It seems that this has become famous in its own right. Um, and now it's continuing on my email. Here, as you can see, the cover of famous Iron Maiden albums was created exactly where it says, and it was created and we as fans launched an initiative. How to say
Initiative.
to put the info on the wall that will tell visitors the exact place where the cover of legendary Iron Maiden album was created, where the legendary mascot Eddie was born, because 14 of April approaching the 41st anniversary of the release of the album, would be nice gesture from you if you will give us positive answer by then to set up info board, the production and installation of which will be fully funded by fans. Of course, everything will be done under your supervision and approval. I'm sending these photos to occasion to get the impression of what is all about. Best regards, Stefan Juras. It's something. It's email sent to concealers.
Okay.
Oh,
So
if I could just interrupt you there, if anybody wants to go and read that for themselves, you can find it on maidencroatia.com/lamppost initiative, one word.
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely worth a read.
People.
It is worth a read. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the
can see
responses
the
from council
email.
is brilliant.
And answers. Yes.
It's actually worth a read.
Uh,
The email's constructed very well. It's to the point, and it really sends the message to the councillors of how important this is, and that this is not just a wall and a landmark. It's important.
Stipe, is there anything you want the fans to do? I mean, you could use this as like a soundboard if you
right
want.
now, right now they discover that the wall is ownership of railway networks.
Yeah.
And today I received the direct email to people who are decision makers in the railways network, and if they say yes, you can put info board in the wall. Yeah, that's it. And after that is coming step 2, and step 2 is to found money founding for this, but this is not something too expensive, and many fans already just waiting to contribute, and we just need to know what will be written, what will be which picture will be just Eddie or just Lamppost or something, and who will produce this. But everything is everything will be easy if they say yes.
Okay,
I
actually think the image of the first album cover is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Image
because
of the album cover, maybe some people talk it will be glass or or bronze
Yeah,
or iron covered.
yeah.
We just still
Well,
know how.
you're gonna need something that doesn't get broken easy because
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it becomes a target. So
yeah. Because I mean, what better to put the actual image of the album cover in the actual location of where that image was
yeah.
sort of created or
And
based on.
yeah, and about Lamppost, I've got information that there are many similar lampposts around the London, not on this place, but similar, same type.
yeah,
And this lamppost also will be removed very soon. I trying to find where are the similar lampposts,
Mm,
and if we found some remaining, we can do another action. You know,
fantastic.
Lupe, what you trying to replace lamppost near the cart and horses or something like that.
yeah. And I know that Castro was interested
Yeah,
in trying to get hold of the original lamppost,
yeah,
but from what I understand, is that the
yeah,
original lamppost has now been cut up. It's now
yeah,
in pieces.
yeah. He's cuts up, but maybe it's not the original. But I got information that similar same type exists. So maybe
Get one and
yeah,
replace.
Replace it.
yeah.
So, Stipe, how many of the councillors are supporting this idea? Or all of them? One of them? Few of them? How many?
Um, I talk with maybe 6 or 7, and all of them absolutely 100% support. No one told me it's bullshit or it's not good
Mm.
or it's not work. Uh, some didn't answer, but every counselor who answered is
Okay.
no, no, not supported. They are wow. They also want that.
So what are we waiting for next? What's the next step that we're waiting for?
Uh, Next step is answer from a railway network. I personally send an email, and they send an email as counselors, because I told them, please, you need to send that because it's bigger when cancer
Yeah,
send
yeah,
some email,
exactly.
not me, because I am some fan from Croatia. I am not from London,
Yeah.
and you know. Uh, but what I want to say, it's very important to know. Uh, if I send this similar email or something about something different in Zagreb, they will say me go fuck yourself, and or some other country. London councillors actually answered. So this is wow. This is just wow. When some random fan from
Yeah.
other side of Earth world send a mail to some counselor, and counselor actually answered.
I
So
think I think it also helps that Iron Maiden are very much a British institution, and all these councillors would know the band. I mean, they might not be
yeah,
fans, but they would know the band and be very well aware of the importance of Iron Maiden
yeah,
to British culture. So I
yeah,
Oh,
think,
plus
yeah,
the facts. On the other side of the park, you've got the Rainbow Theatre, which is where Maiden probably played one of their first big shows.
oh yeah, okay, I wasn't
yeah,
aware of that actually. I wasn't aware of the proximity
It's
of.
literally, I mean, you've got Finsbury Park, and Endymion Road is one end,
mhm,
and you've got a rainbow theatre at the other end.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. So really, we're just really waiting on the railway, the rail
yeah,
to
Network Rail, yeah.
Network
yeah,
Rail to basically
yeah.
give the
My
Spot.
yeah.
final. Are they giving the final approval, or are they merely um, giving support? What's their role in this?
Well, I think basically it's their wall, so they have to be the final people.
Ah, it's their
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The other side of it
councillors,
is railway.
yeah, wall is his, and councillors support that this be on the wall. So just we need a approval for someone to go and put this thing on the wall. So
Fantastic. Well, that's
yeah,
That's
it's
good.
an exciting project. It's a genuinely exciting project, and when I heard about this, I just really had to
yeah,
have you on. Hmm.
but what I told to Lupe before, I am Iron Maiden author, and okay, people know me and everything, but in this project, I don't want to be alone. When this finally happen, will happen 100%. But I don't know when, but will happen. But when finally happen, I don't want my name be in front on the press or something. I just want the the word go out that Iron Maiden fans community
Well, is it an option?
made this, because
It's a simple thing of instead of including your name, just say from the fans.
yeah, from the fans. I don't want my name to
You're a
be
fan,
yeah, yeah. I'm just
so,
I'm just a fan,
but
because when
you're also the mouthpiece. You're the one that's actually done all the hard work. Whereas at the end of the day, when you think about it, who else bothered?
Yeah, exactly. Is there an option to get Iron Maiden themselves involved in, sort of contributing to the plaque, or involved in unveiling the plaque at all?
maybe yes. For now, I'm just contacted from president of fan club of Iron Maiden,
Hmm.
and uh, in this case, I'm sure Iron Maiden know about this, you know. But they have their own life and everything, and I don't want to act. Iron Maiden need to be blah blah blah. No, when happen, it happened, and it happened. Uh, why not Iron Maiden? Why not to do something spectacular? For example, I suggested to counselors, if you have some community for children, for I don't know, some charity or something, why you can build little wall and little lamppost without Iron Maiden logo, without anything, some merch, and sell this merch. So
Mm,
just wall and just lamppost, no logo,
mm.
no anything. Sell for charity, for some community, for some. There's too many too many good option
Yeah, I
for
actually think
to make a good thing
yeah.
to sound, or maybe road with truants. Why not?
uh, I actually think
He also
Loopy. I actually
It's
reckon Steve Harris himself would be quite interested in something like this, because
he's
he of
difficult
all
to get hold of at the moment.
sorry.
He's a difficult man to get hold of at the
No,
moment.
that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, of the all the band members, would it be fair to say that Steve is the most, perhaps, he values the sentiment of the band's early days in history, perhaps more than the others?
Well, again,
And when I
all
say
I,
history, I'm
all I
not
can
talking
do.
about When I say
Like
history,
a
I'm
project.
not talking about Seventh Son of a Seventh Son era. I'm not talking about world slavery. I'm talking about those early days. You know, the first album,
Yeah.
that sort of 79, 80 era.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what got them where they are.
Correct.
You know, it was the artwork that, I mean, when you, the album was bad, not badly recorded, badly produced.
Terribly produced.
So the music is not very much to talk about. But
Yeah.
when it comes to the artwork, you're getting 10 out of 10 every time.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie was born here, and plus Eddie will live on long after the band had finished. So, you know,
Not just the brick wall, and it's not just the
Yeah.
lamppost. It's actually that album cover. You know, it's
Yeah.
real. It's real. It's not
Yeah.
something mythical
It's
or
real.
made up.
Yeah.
It's actually real.
It's existing. Yeah.
It's existing and it comes alive, which is why I think it's
you know
important
how my
to
brain
preserve it.
works now. If that was the birthplace of Eddie,
Yeah.
this means that Eddie had no mother.
Well,
See where I'm going? You see where I'm going?
Yeah. Yeah.
Immaculate conception.
no. Well, it was wasn't it was based on a joke. Remember?
Yeah. Not another fucking.
Yeah. It's a story around Eddie the Head. But
The other thing.
let's say that this is when everything started with today imagination.
Yeah.
You know, you have this wall in the computer game in young kids who I don't know about music play this and this wall is on this wall is in your t-shirt right now. You know, this need to be preserved. If we have same location, if we have everything, we need to do something.
That's right. That's right. Look, times change, things change, but there are certain things that are sacrosanct and really quite sacred. So that was loud. So I think things like this are worthy of doing, and you know, I just want to really take my hat off to you, Stipe, and acknowledge the work you've done. It takes a lot of passion and you know a lot of persistence and dedication to actually pursue something like this because you're working.
Do me a favour, Stipe, as well. When you hear from Network Rail,
Yeah,
let me know. Let me know.
I will let you know. What is the most important thing that I want to say to Iron Maiden fans all around the world? You know, I'm author, but no one consider know me. I'm nothing. I'm no one. So when I just one random small fan from another side of the world, uh, just send email to some counselor and then answer. Everything can be everything can happen. You know, uh, it is not rocket science. I just tried with little few words, and people responded. So if you someone whoever watched this look trying something, just try, because if you don't try, you'll never you'll not never succeed.
I
You know.
live.
What's that saying, Loopy? Go on.
I live by the saying: if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
I live by it, and it works every time.
We need now to do something. Counselors are with us, and just need to get approval from a real network to put this table on it.
Well,
It's only thing we need.
brilliant.
to do.
It'll happen. We'll get it done, and
We'll get it done.
we'll get it done. And I suppose the next thing we need to work on mobilising the fan base is to maybe get Iron Maiden more votes for this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. Not that they care about it. I know the band couldn't give a stuff.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson said they won't even accept it. And you know the Rock Hall's got its own problems. I mean, they're hardly a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
it's
When you see some of the acts that are already in there,
not Madonna.
it's well, yeah. I mean,
You know
What is-
what I would tell you. Okay, Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. I get this. I get their point because Bruce said we are not museum. We are not for museum. We are here and we are live and don't trying to retire us, but ours. But in year 2, 3, 5, Iron Maiden will be
Of course, everything comes to an end.
the past. So Rock and Roll Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will remain. And if Beatles are inside, if Rolling Stones are inside, if AC/DC, I think Iron Maiden still have place inside.
Absolutely.
We don't skip this. We don't skip this. We don't say they are idiots. They are blah blah blah. Okay, maybe they are, but this is a huge for whole legacy of Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Why not?
Look, to me, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is like a high school popularity contest where, you know, you remember back in school. It's true. You had all the really popular kids and they had their own
That's
little
right.
club and, you know, if you had a Maiden shirt on or a Kiss shirt or a Wasp shirt or whatever, Queensryche shirt, you know, they looked down on you and you weren't part of their little group, the little A-list, you know, the beautiful people group. That's what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the clique. That's what the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame reminds me of. It's a very elitist group which likes to turn down their nose at rock in general and in particular heavy metal, and they for some reason like to celebrate people who just aren't at all have anything to do with rock. I mean, you look at the current.
There you go, Stipe. There's
That's the next project.
Your next quest.
I mean,
is to
look,
change
look,
the
look.
name,
Tina
the Rock and Roll
Turner.
Hall of Fame,
Tina
the
Turner.
Pop
Hey?
Hall of Fame. Just change it to the Pop Hall of Fame,
Pop Hall of Fame.
and then have a Rock Hall of Fame, which just has rock in it.
I mean, Tina Turner is, you know, smashing Iron Maiden in the votes, as is some bloke called Fela Kuti. I've never even heard of him before, but he's some sort of, you know, some African fusion type music, jazz. I mean, and then the Go-Go's. The Go-Go's are a girl.
But we need to know that heavy metal maybe in our heads is mainstream, but heavy metal wasn't mainstream before and now and will not be mainstream.
That's right.
Never.
Guaranteed 75% of the people actually voting have never
so
heard
if
of
we so if we see a few, huge stadiums full of Iron Maiden fans, they're just Iron Maiden fans and they're not mainstream. Tina Turner is Tina Turner, and it is different level. It is completely different level.
It is.
We maybe have picture in our head of how Maiden are big. Maiden are big, but in the numbers, this is much bigger.
I understand that. Look, I think I would be happy if they just called it the Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Exactly.
And just, whereas rather than, I guess, you know, insulting our genre. I mean, I think, look, to be honest, I think it's more important for us as fans for validation rather than
Yeah.
for Iron Maiden themselves. Honestly, they couldn't give a shit. They
Yeah,
genuinely couldn't give a
totally.
shit.
Yeah,
But it is what it is.
the music does the talking, not the
Sorry?
Iron
song,
Maiden
but
prove Iron Maiden
the
prove themselves.
yeah,
Oh,
music,
absolutely.
music does the talking.
Absolutely, Iron Maiden have proved themselves there. They don't need to
And
prove
they
anything more.
prove themselves every year,
Yeah,
all the time. They prove themselves
yeah,
against the all. So we need to be proud what Iron Maiden
yeah,
done,
yeah.
what Iron Maiden have done in the world. We need to be proud. You know,
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, let's face it. I mean, we are proud,
you
and
know.
All right, Stipe, thank you so much. Thanks, mate. It's been a fantastic conversation. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Please come back again because you're a fascinating person to talk to. Your story, your journey from discovering
Yeah.
Maiden to the present is a unique one.
I'm not good. I'm not good in English. How I need to tell. But
No,
okay.
no,
your
at the end of
English.
the day, you came across fine.
Your English is fine, mate. I mean, we've been talking for quite a while now, and your English is fine. Your communication's great. We really appreciate you being on, mate.
Yeah,
So,
it's all been good.
and I just look again. I just want to. I don't want to praise you because I know you. I know you're a humble guy. You don't like. You don't want that. But I do want to congratulate you for being passionate, for caring about the band's legacy, to take the step to actually do this, to preserve a bit of Maiden history. I think that warrants a lot of respect. So well done,
Absolutely.
mate.
Thank you.
And
I promised to write 100 books about Iron Maiden, and I will
Go
do
back
that.
to the mention the website just again. So it's Maiden Croatia / Lamppost Initiative, all one word. Go
awesome.
Yeah,
and check it out. Do it now.
And we'll see you
Yeah.
next time. We'll see you for the next
Thanks a
episode.
lot. Cheers, mate.
yeah.
See you, Stipe.
See you next time.
Have a good day, mate, and get well soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
thank you very
See
much,
you.
and see you somewhere on tour.
Somewhere on
Yeah,
tour.
yeah.
See you, mate. Bye bye.
Oh,
Ta-da.